Coding just got a whole lot smarter. Imagine having an AI-powered assistant that not only suggests code, but also understands your entire project, refactors messy files, and even reviews pull requests. Whether you're debugging, optimizing, or simply trying to speed up development, these free AI tools can take your workflow to the next level. So, keep on watching. First up is Cursor, which can go beyond just code suggestions. It acts more like an interactive coding partner that understands the entire project. Instead of only completing lines of code, it helps edit, refactor, and even understand the overall architecture. One of the biggest advantages of Cursor is how it allows developers to communicate in plain English. Instead of searching through documentation or manually tweaking code, you can just describe what you need, and Cursor handles the rest. This is helpful when making big structural changes across multiple files. For example, if you want to change all instances of a certain function in a project, just tell Cursor, and it will take care of it. This feature is a huge time saver, especially when working with large codebases. Many AI assistants can suggest small pieces of code, but Cursor takes it further by understanding the bigger picture. It can scan your entire code base and suggest improvements, helping to refactor code in a way that keeps everything organized. If you're working on a project that's grown messy over time, Cursor can help you break it down into smaller, more manageable parts. This is particularly useful for teams that maintain large applications and need to ensure long-term code quality. Unlike some AI coding tools that lock you into one model, Cursor gives you flexibility. You can switch between different AI models, like Claude 3.5 or GPT-4o, depending on what works best for your task. If one model isn't giving the results you need, just switch to another without disrupting your workflow. This is great for developers who work on different types of projects and need adaptable AI assistance. Cursor isn't just about writing new code, it also helps you understand and fix existing code. If you're debugging an issue, you can ask Cursor what's wrong, and it will analyze the problem. It's like having an AI pair programmer who can quickly explain complex logic and point out potential errors. This is especially helpful when working on legacy code or someone else's project where things aren't immediately clear. Since Cursor is built on VS Code, it feels familiar to use. It doesn't require switching to a new environment, which makes the transition smooth. If you already use VS Code for development, Cursor blends right in. You get all the usual features of VS Code with an added AI layer that helps speed up coding, refactoring, and debugging. Next up is GitHub Copilot. This tool really stood out in how well it blended into our coding workflow. Unlike many AI tools that just offer suggestions, Copilot acts like a real-time coding partner. It understands the patterns in your code, predicts what you need next, and helps fill in the blanks. Let's see what features and benefits this platform offers. One of the strongest features of GitHub Copilot is its ability to provide code suggestions based on what you're already working on. Instead of giving random completions, it analyzes the code in your current file and provides intelligent suggestions that fit the context. This makes writing functions, loops, and entire classes much faster. For example, if you're working on a React component and need to set up a state hook, Copilot will not only suggest the correct syntax, but also infer the best variable names based on the surrounding code. Unlike basic autocomplete tools, GitHub Copilot now includes an advanced agent mode that can understand multiple files at once. This means you can work on a large project, and Copilot will still recognize dependencies, and even how different modules interact. If you're refactoring a function that appears across multiple files, Copilot can guide you through the changes, reducing the chances of errors and saving time on debugging later. Beyond code suggestions, Copilot can assist with debugging by pointing out potential issues in your code. If something isn't working as expected, you can ask Copilot to analyze the problem, and it will provide explanations and possible fixes. Additionally, Copilot can perform AI-powered code reviews, offering insights into areas that could be improved. This feature is especially useful when working on team projects where reviewing large amounts of code manually can be time-consuming. Upcoming is CodeRabbit, which reviews entire pull requests with deep, contextual understanding. It highlights bugs and security vulnerabilities and even provides structured feedback on logic and best practices. One of the best things about CodeRabbit is how it reviews code like an experienced developer. Instead of just catching syntax errors, it examines logic, security risks, and best practices. For example, if you submit a pull request with inefficient loops or missing null checks, CodeRabbit flags them and suggests fixes. This feature is particularly useful for teams working on large projects, where manually reviewing every change can be overwhelming. When you submit a pull request, CodeRabbit generates a concise summary of the changes, explaining what was modified and why it matters. This makes it easier for other team members to quickly understand updates without digging through lines of code. If you're working in a fast-paced development environment, this feature ensures that code reviews don't slow down progress. CodeRabbit doesn't just leave static comments, it allows real-time interactions. If you have questions about the AI's suggestions, you can chat with it directly within the pull request. It adapts to your team's coding style over time, meaning its feedback becomes more personalized the more you use it. If you've ever wished for a second opinion while reviewing code, this AI assistant is like having an extra teammate ready to help. Lastly, we got Codium, which caught our attention with how accessible and flexible it is as a free AI coding assistant. Unlike some tools that put strict limits on free usage, Codium offers a truly unlimited experience with AI-driven code completion across multiple languages and IDEs. One of the biggest strengths of Codium is its speed. It suggests code completions in real time, making the coding process much faster. If you're working in JavaScript and need to write a function to format dates, Codium will generate the entire function as soon as you start typing. It doesn't just autocomplete variable names, it predicts entire blocks of logic, reducing the need for repetitive coding. Another advantage of Codium is its broad language support. Whether you're working with Python, Java, C++, or even niche languages like Rust or Swift, Codium provides relevant suggestions. This is great for developers who switch between different languages and need a single AI tool that works everywhere. Beyond code completion, Codium can also assist with refactoring. If you have a function that's too long or inefficient, Codium suggests improvements that make it cleaner and more maintainable. This feature is especially useful when working on older projects where optimizing code structure is necessary. Perhaps the most appealing aspect of Codium is its generous free tier. While some AI tools limit free users to a small number of completions per month, Codium provides unlimited access. This makes it a great choice for students, hobbyists, and developers who want AI assistance without additional costs. So those are our takes on the best free AI tools for programming, each with its unique benefits and features. We hope this video gives you a good idea of the possibilities and helps you make the right choice for your needs. Let us know if you have any further questions or would like to share your thoughts in the comments below.